maybe yes, I shouldn't have come out and said it, but it's my word. It's something that I use. I use that word on a... No, I'm not a liar. Listen, you trolls come in and go and do what you want. You've trolled a little lad with mental health issues all night. Mental health. So before you start on any of my friends or anybody of anything, I said it, and it's a word I use every single day. So who does Laura think she is? Patronising me when I was calling her Laura. I was calling her Laura and she kept calling me love. And I kept saying stop it. So everybody who knows me knows when I get in a bad mood, I will say what I said. And yes, I did say orangutan, right? That's what a word I use on a daily basis. And everybody who watches me knows I call me kids and I call the fucking grandkids that. I'll say they're a pack of orangutans. That's what I say, so I'm not apologising. So before tomorrow is all over the app, call me what you want. Do what you want. I say that on a daily basis. That's what I say on a fucking daily basis. So I'm not apologising to nobody because that is my word. That's my word, what I use, and I use it on a daily basis. So if they want to run with that and say that, why would? In fact, orangutan is ginger. That's what my grandson is, ginger. So they're turning it around and saying I called them a monkey. Nobody called anybody a monkey. I said, you orangutan. You fucking orangutan. And that was just the same as what I say to my kids. She aggravated the all out to me, very patronising. Yes, I did say it. I'm not taking it back. Of course I said it, but it wasn't meant like that. It fucking wasn't meant like that. And everybody who watches me knows I use that word all the time. Just how she uses words, I use that word. And I'm sorry, when I was aggravated, it come out, but it was not meant in a racist way. So listen, you're going to have to, sorry, call me if you need me, Pearl, it's Alex. Sorry, Alex, if you're watching me live, you can come in me live. Listen, I have called her that name. I have called her that name. I am not apologising. And that's on everything in this world that I love. I am not apologising. That was not meant that way. That was a saying I use I've called the police. You'll have to call your granny on a scooter. That's what you'll have to call, because I am not apologising when it's a word I use every day. An orangutan is ginger. Where is Laura? Ginger. So she's took the other part of what kind of an animal it is. I called her orangutan, right? A word I use to my ginger grandchild. So all of yous go fuck off saying that I'm racist because I'm not apologising tomorrow. I promise you, my hand to the blessed Lord God, I'm not apologising. I've owned it. Yes, I've said it. And I'm not taking it back. Yes, I said it. Because she aggravated the whole out of me. Kept saying to me, love this and love that. And I asked her on numerous occasions, my name is Pearl. I called her by Laura. I did not call her no derogatory word. But then I went, fuck off you, whatever. And I said, you fucking orangutan, which it's a normal thing. That is a normal thing for me. A normal everyday thing for me. So I'm not taking it back. It's a word I use. So I am very sorry to whoever I have upset for that, but not to Laura, because it's a word I use and I use it on a daily basis. And everybody who watches me knows I use that word on a daily basis. I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back, because it was never, ever, ever meant. We have racism every single day of our life. So wherever in the world am I going to be racist? I went there, she antagonised me. I wasn't allowed to speak. When I did get to speak to her, it was love this, love that. I called her by her name. Listen, you can all call me what you want. I'm not really bothered. I am not really bothered, because I've got nothing to feel guilty over. I say that word every single day of my life, on alive or off alive. I say that word. So I am not apologising for nothing. It was just a word that I say. She was patronising the fuck out of me. Keep calling me love when I asked her not to. I asked her not to. I said, my name is Pearl. I'm calling you Laura. Don't you keep calling me love. right? So I'm boiling over that. So yes, I did call her. I said, get to fuck you, orangutan. That's what I said, but it's a word I use every day. So I'm not taking it back because that is in my vocabulary. That is what has happened tonight. So listen, it can be all over the app tomorrow. Everybody can say you're fucking racist this and you're racist that. I ain't racist, right? And that's why I don't feel guilty, because I ain't racist. Not racist. No, I haven't, Luke. I have not made things 200 times. That is a word, and even you should know, that is a word I use on a daily basis, and I'm not apologising for it. End of. I am not apologising. They've gone on all night, kept coming into my life, tormenting a poor little lad with mental health, and I went in like a woman to speak to her. She was very, very patronising. No, I wasn't wrong. It's a word I use on a daily basis, all day long. All day long. And anybody who watches me knows that is one of my words that I use. So I'm not taking it back. And I'll still use it in the future because that is my word. Rat, I use rat, and I'll use orangutan. I'm sorry, anybody who knows me knows what I'm about. That is my word that I'm using, and I'm not taking it back. So bring all your hate on. Listen, I don't know anybody off this app bound from who I know, right? But they know that is my word, and I am not taking it back because that's how I speak. That is how I speak. An orangutan, in my opinion, is ginger, and I've got one ginger grandchild, so everybody knows I call my Isaac it. You fucking orangutan, I say to him. And listen, no, I'm not taking it back. But no, Luke, no. And I haven't made things 200 times worse. That is a word I use. That is a word I use. So I'm sorry. Listen, no. So call me what you want. No, you can say it's wrong. It's not wrong. That is in my vocabulary. What I call my kids and my grandkids. So I'm very, very sorry whoever I've upset. But Laura, no, I said that to you because that's a daily word that I use. But I'm certainly 1,000,000% not racist. That is in my daily vocabulary. Whatever the fuck you call it, that is in my words. And I'm not apologising. It just so happened it was a black person I said it to. How's about that? So yes, I am here, and I'm saying yes, I said it, but it was not in a racist way. Something what we've put up with all of our life, all of our fucking life. So no, and I did request the box and they wouldn't let me back in, and that's why I've sparked my own live up for. So no, I'm sorry, it wasn't racist. It's a word I use all the time. And listen, whoever upset, I'm sorry, but listen, you're going to hear it come out my mouth because that is my words. I use it. That is my words. She antagonised the life. I kept calling her Laura Pearls. I'm not racist. And listen, you can call me all you want. I'm not really fucking bothered because I know I'm not. The only time it affects somebody is when they are what they're getting called. I definitely 1,000,000% I'm not no racist. I'm of a gypsy family. We get called names day in and day out, and you learn to grow a hard shell. That's what I'm saying to you, right? But I ain't no racist. And listen, yous can say whatever yous want, really, because it's not affecting me. But I've come on here tonight. They would not let me back in that box to have my say how I use that every day. But everybody on this app that knows me knows I use that word every day. So she took it to another side of it as a monkey. Come on, where the fuck am I going to call somebody a monkey? I didn't. That was my word. I don't even think about it. It just comes out my mouth. But I also call my grandchildren it. That's what I do. So listen, I'm sorry, my Luke, you're watching and you say I've made things 200 times worse. Not for you. Listen, you were never racist by using they. I have just called a black person a word I use every day. And yes, people saying it wrong. And it maybe is wrong, but I use it every day. I use it every single day of my life. So it's a word that very, very freely comes out of my mouth to my grandkids and to my own kids. So they wouldn't let me back in to explain this. I was out the box and I couldn't get back in. So I am very, very sorry. For anybody else call me what you want. Listen, I've got a hard shell and I'm not affected. And I certainly am not going to be affected by any trolls on here. Let me tell you, I ain't going to be affected by any trolls. That is a word that I use on a daily basis. So get over it. I'm sorry, it's like people use whatever words, right? On a daily basis. That's my word I use on a daily basis. So listen, do not go for any of my friends or anybody else. I've said that word. Yes, I'm old man. Yes, I've said it and I own it, but it was not meant racist. So that's all that I'm saying to you. That's all that I am saying to you. So come on, we'll have you all getting called racist.
Pearl, can you
Yeah.
just for me, please? Please just take a breath.
I didn't mean
I know.
racist. It's a
I
word
know,
I
I
use
know.
on a daily basis.
You've
Yes,
worked your
Angie.
way up.
Yeah, can I just say something? Because I did watch that, and I've been telling my chat that you listen, we don't get on, but I know that there was no racism behind what you said. You don't see color, you don't see color, and obviously that's we all see color, but that's a phrase that we say. It just happened to be a black woman that you said it to. You weren't. She's a orangutan because of her looks.
I never took it as that way. Can I tell you? I've got 14 grandchildren, and one of my grandchildren is ginger. What colour is orangutan? Please, will somebody answer?
What you're trying to say is that can I just quickly say that she's acting like a orangutan? She doesn't look like one. Do you know what I mean? And now they've twisted it around. They did the same thing. Paigey Baby and Torian did the same things to me. When I said that, when she went on about this country on Remembrance Day, and I turned around to her and said, I'm going to put you on a boat to Barbados, not to another country, nothing like that.
Do you want to come off and speak to Alex, please?
Because one second, Felicity, I'm talking.
No, because
I used the word boat, it was twisted. Because I used the word boat, it got twisted around. You know what I mean? You know, you can't say boat to someone, you know, a black person. You know what I mean? It just got twisted.
1 second, Angie. Somebody's just said Lara isn't ginger. Lara was aggravating the cunt out of us when I kept calling her name and she kept calling me love. I said, stop calling me love. My name is Pearl. When I got aggravated, but my grandchild is ginger. I've got one grandchild that is ginger, and I use the word orangutan. That was the word that I used. It wasn't meant as monkey, right? We don't like being called derogatory words ourselves, so I'm not going to call it. And it's just a word I use.
Pearl, I think you've actually said that to me. I'm pretty sure you've actually called me an orangutan.
I've called you orangutan before.
Yes.
Because she's ginger. So there you go. I have, and there's quite a few. I've called Luke it on a daily basis. Anybody knows, stop being a fucking orangutan. So that's what I'll say. It's a word I use. So get over it. Get over it. It wasn't racist. So run with whatever you want to run with. It was not racist. And as far as everybody's saying I'll be finished on this app, I won't be finished nowhere, right? Because that was not racist. That was a word I use. I've called Angie it before. Is Angie black? No. I've called my grandchildren it before. Are they black? No. It's a fucking word I use. Now get over it.
Yeah, but the person in the box also called somebody a bounty bar. So, I mean, that's racist. So, you know, we could talk about that. So, what you said is she's acting like an orangutan. I know exactly how you meant it.
But it's just a word I use on a daily basis. Thank you, Angie. I've called you it before. And is Angie black? No, but she's ginger. And that's where it comes from. No, Laura's not ginger, but it's a word. No, don't be disappointed in it because I'm not disappointed in myself. I promise you I'm not. 1,000,000% I'm not disappointed in myself. I am me, and I will say it like it is. And I've told you before, I've got no filter on my tongue. But that is an everyday fucking word that I use. So listen, who's ever offended, who's ever what, run what you want. Run what you want. I ain't affected. Because why I'm not affected is because it was never, ever in a million years meant racist. That's
Wow.
But she was patronising
Yeah,
to
but
me.
Pearl, it's like when I said to Torian, I said to her that I'm going to take her put her on a boat to Barbados. There was no racism behind what I said.
Oh,
But
man.
when she said
Liar.
Barbados, she was like, "Oh my God, Barbados! That's a black
I
country."
know, but it's probably not the best thing to bring up
No,
right now.
no,
And
it's not. But
liar.
like Pearl is saying,
Like,
that's
well,
probably not the best word to say to a black person either. But there was no intention behind what I said. I also said it to a white person before that. Do you get what I'm saying? It was just maybe I said, like Pearl, I happened to say it to a black person, but there was no racism at all behind what I said. But she said Barbados is a black country. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the first country that popped into my head because I would love to go to Barbados. There was no racism behind it at all.
Liar.
Well, I am going to drop, but Pearl, just please take a breath. And I can see you worked up, but just please just take a breath,
Do you know
okay?
why I'm worked up for? Because the word I'm looking for is because I use that word every single day. Of all people, it had to be a black person that I've said it to. That's why I wanted to be back in the box to explain. But listen, it doesn't matter what I say and what I don't on this app now. They're going to run with it's racism.
Yeah, but Pearl, you've got to remember the reason why it came out so easily is because you're so used to saying it. Like you said, you say it to your kids, stop acting like an orangutan. That's what my parents used to say to
Right,
me.
I'm going to drop,
bloody
but
orangutan.
please, when you come off, can you ring Alex, please, Pearl, when you come off? But take care. I'll speak to you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
But what I'm trying to say to you is that came out of my mouth, just like Angie said, so easily because I use it every day. I use the word Kent, and I've had to say Kent, but not the other word. And that is a word I use constantly all the time. But because she was aggravating the life out and being very, very patronising, I just how I talk, and I'm not
And I'm
apologising.
going to drop down. And like I said, I saw no racism in what you said. Honestly, yeah. So anyway, I'll see you
And
later.
thank you for coming up and letting people know I do call you orangutan when we argue. It's
Yeah,
a
you
word I
bitch.
use every day. Thank you. So just so you know, no, never mind, no excuse. It's a fucking word I use. Get over it. It's a word I use. So it just so happened. No, I'm not deflecting. It just so happened I said it to a black person.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Do you know when you've got kids running around and they do something cheeky and you go, yeah, you cheeky little monkey, you know, if that was like, you know,
I don't say monkey. I've learned not to say that, but I use
but
the
this
word.
is what I'm saying. If that would have been like something like that, and she kept calling you love and she was patronising, and then you said that would still be something you say every day to your kids. Now, why if you're not meaning it to be racist, then it's not the intention to be racist. Is not there, is it?
But right, do you know something everybody knows on the app? Me and Angie do not get on. But I will be forever now thankful to her for coming on and saying that when me and her argues, I call Angie orangutan, and I have done. I've called her it. I use it on a daily basis. So it was never intended. She's run with that, and they all run with that and went, oh, what? If I'd said it to a white person, would anybody have run to it? No, it's because it's somebody black. And exactly again, when people say things to us, they'll say, oh, it's just because you're a gypsy. No, it's was meant to us, right? Or have I took it that way? So we can all run with all kinds, but I'm just letting you know, I'm not apologising to nobody because as everybody sees, it's a word I use every day and I'm not apologising for the way I speak. I'm sorry. So you can say it's racist all you want. I'm not affected by that because I ain't racist. So go on all over the app tomorrow, but let me tell you something. Listen, who watches me will still be there. I don't care about numbers. Who watches me will still be there, right? They know what I say, so I ain't got nothing to prove to no.
And just so everyone knows, Luke's doing the F page at 10 o'clock tomorrow, so stop bringing Miss Red into it. She was off till Monday.
So don't go for Luke or Miss Red, because what's got to do with them? Nothing.
Yeah, Luke's doing the F page tomorrow anyway.
And yes, he is doing the F page, but can Luke or Miss Red or Evil Queen or Angie, can any of them help what comes out
If
of my
it's something that you say in your everyday life, you know what I
It
mean?
is, I say it. I say it, and I'm not apologising for it because I say it every single
And how many
fucking
times did you ask to stop not to be called love and things like that, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, that was the same thing. That was the same thing. I kept saying, and I called her. I said,
'Cause
Laura,
that's you, it's
please.
offensive, isn't it?
Yeah. I said, Laura, please. My name's not Love. It's Pearl. And as everybody who was in there heard, she kept calling me Love. Right. So of course, when I get mad, this is going to come out of my mouth. But like I say, listen. I'm not apologising. No, and 1,000,000% I am not apologising for it because that is a word I use. So definitely not. So all of you run with whatever you run with and I will stand with chest and say I'm not apologising for it. End of. Right? It's done. And that was meant for no person of colour, black, white, pink, blue or yellow. That was meant for nobody. That's a fucking word.
Yeah, I'll let
I
EQ
use,
nick
and
in
I
the-
am not apologising for it. So there you go.
Excuse me, let EQ and Minx in the box. Is GC Dector there too?
Is there any of my mods in to keep letting people in here?
EQ Minx, she's my moderator.
You minx, there we go. Is DG in? I can't see him. Oh, where the fucking hell? There you go.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Chels.
Hi, EQ.
Hello. Can I just, I've just been sitting there thinking of the analogy of the whole thing of all today. There was defining racism, that it is an oppression against a minority.
Is DG on? Sorry,
something
EQ.
like that,
Is
right?
DG on his own account or not?
So therefore, black people can't be racist, yeah? You were the minority in that box, Paul. Because Gypsy and Traveller is a race, yes? So therefore, you can't be racist. By their own
It's a
analogy.
word, EQ, I use every single day, and so I'm not apologising for it. End of.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, if you use it every day, that's...
I'm not.
Yeah.
I promise you, I am not apologising for it. That is a word I use every single day. Me and Angie argue. Angie's a white person.
Yeah,
right?
Pearl, they're going to let you back in. Go and join them. They're going to let you back in, they said.
Oh, Pearl, please.
Go on, girl.
Oh, God.
Right, go on then,
Go on,
everybody.
bye. Get back in.
Bye.
Go on.
Thank you.